All right, what going on, y'all? Welcome back to Who Want a Life Sentence. I appreciate you guys for tapping in, joining in. Check out the little video real quick. I'm gonna go get dressed. I'm gonna go put the robe on, and I'll see y'all in a second. I appreciate y'all.
Today, police named a suspect in the death of a rapper from San Antonio killed in the Galleria area here in Houston. The suspect is not in custody tonight. ABC's Maya Shea talked to the victim's mother, and she is live now with more on their story. Hi, Maya.
Hey there, the mom told me today she is still devastated, but she feels very grateful that the Houston Police Department has been able to name a suspect. Her son, of course, died right here about 8 days ago, and since then, the family's life has been torn apart. Just hours before her son was killed in the middle of a busy Houston intersection, Bernita Ward had talked to him on the phone and told him to leave town.
My son knew something was up. That's why he was trying to leave. When my son pulled out, he was headed to the airport to come to me because I told him to get the hell out of there. Leave right now. Don't take no clothes. Don't take nothing. Just leave, And he was leaving. And that's when but he never made it to the airport because they killed him.
It was March 30th, and Ward's son, rapper Daryl Gentry, better known as BTB Savage, was dead. 8 days later, Houston police announced that 40-year-old Montrell Leonard Burley is now charged with Gentry's murder. And there's a warrant out for his arrest.
I've never seen that man a day in my life.
Both Ward and Houston police have pointed to retaliation as a motive in Gentry's killing. Ward says she was worried when her son posted on social media about allegedly killing a would-be robber in self-defense. It's unclear how Burley fits into that scenario, but Ward believes he won't be the only suspect when the investigation is complete.
They did tell me they have a list of suspects that they are going to be rounding up for the murder of my son.
For now, Ward says she's focused on remembering her son as a soldier, a rapper, and a young man with big dreams.
We love people. We don't hate people over here. We love people over here. And yes, my son lost his life, but we still gonna keep moving.
If you know the whereabouts of Burley, please call Houston Police.
Like I said before, thank you guys for tapping in. Welcome to Who Want a Life Sentence. And today we got a Montrell Burley, 40 years old. Why is that significant? Because this dude is a 40-year-old rapper doing hits and drive-bys and get back and ops and such and forth and whatever, right? So we're gonna see what's happening with that, man. Before we start that, I want to say I really appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. Today is a very, very good day. Y'all made it special for me. My supporters, I want to say I appreciate you guys so much. Melissa Hill, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Because of people like you, I'm going to continue to do this, continue to try to get better. I'm going to stay on their neck because they need it. They deserve it, right? If you agree, right? They need it. So I appreciate it, man. To the young man who said, who let me know that I did the story before, I appreciate you. Well, actually, you called me You say, well, you called me OG. And, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm not the young dude no more. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the respect. I ain't even bothered to look at the name. I ain't see what the name was, man. But that cash app be up there, so you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Put it in there, and we'll get your name on there. But I do appreciate you, my boy. I do appreciate you, and I take it into consideration. Hey, like I was saying, today is a good day, and today is a good day, man. Business is good. Everything is going good. Unfortunately, some of you guys in the business, you know what I mean? You put yourself on the chopping block, and, we don't make the rules. We abide by them. You put yourself on the chopping block, we're going to chop your ass. You know what I mean? So, basically, that is what it is. But business is good. Today is a good day, man. There's another chance. I went and actually picked out this just for you guys, just to show you the respect that I do take this thing serious. So anyway, we're gonna get ready to have some fun, do our thing. I forgot to grab the Joe, so I'm about to grab the Joe. But today we got the boy Montreal Burley, and court is now in session. I'm sorry, y'all, man. Police just pulled on the street. I gotta, make sure everything is everything. Alrighty, so couple of things we're gonna want to highlight off the rip. Like I said, this man is 40 years old. Maybe this will be the episode where we go through what you should and should not be doing in your 30s and your 40s. It's sad that you guys don't know this, but you don't know what you don't know. And it may even seem a little off or jaded. And keep in mind, I'm no expert at anything. Everything that I talk about is my opinion, even, down to the judgeship. You know what I'm saying? I got the right to judge because y'all do stupid shit and put it out there here for us. But I've also committed myself to the penal system for a whole decade. So I know what it's like. I know the losses. I know the hopelessness. I know what you getting ready to subject yourself to. Speaking of that, I'm real excited about the guy we got on tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we got, what the white boy name is? TCF, John Wick, John Lil Wick, something like that, right? I'm real excited to get into that because, my boy, you done screwed up. Yeah, you done royally screwed up. Ain't that what the white folks say? Why have you screwed up? They have given you a nickname related to the murder that you committed. You riding on a motorcycle and turn back and shoot a man. See, this probably one of them situations where you was trying to portray something that you really were not, but you gotta be known as a stepper, so you at least gotta make the attempt. Maybe you didn't intend to kill this man. Maybe you just intended to show him or somebody else what kind of person you are. But as fate would have it, as it stands, you end up being a perfect shot and shoot this man right in the head, through the glass, kill him on scene. 18 years old. What you think they about to do to you? No, seriously. No, for real. What you think they about to do to you? Not only am I talking about the justice system, what do you think they about to do to you? What do you think those inmates, what do you think those convicts about to do to you? Right? Because you're a little white boy. You don't look or seem very tough, and looks can be deceiving. Who knows? I'm always wrong, right? But you don't look very tough. What if that man has family inside the prison or family inside anywhere in the St. Louis penal system, right? And you just done this to somebody's family member. I really hate to say what they gonna try to make you do in there, but I think they're gonna try to make you do that, man. I think they're gonna try to do that to you. But anyway, we can't go in on that. That's for tomorrow. So welcome to him. Welcome to him. So today we got, like I said, Mr. Montreal Burley, 40 years old. 40 years old, my man got ops and getting get back for transgression. What am I talking about? Okay. So, I mean, this honestly should go without saying, but fuck it, I give it to you. At 40 years old, I'm 39. So at 40 years old, most people, if you're gonna have kids, you done had at least one or two if you're gonna have them in this life. So at 40 years old, really around anywhere from 30 to 40, you begin to realize all of the things that are really vulnerable, all the things that you have to lose. And you're just not so quick to roll those dice and gamble on it all like a person who was 25, 19, or 18-year-old dumbass white boy, right? You're not that quick. So meaning, at 40, even if, if my brother is in some beef, I got to understand that this is a life that he chose. And if he has an enemy, then I don't know how deep him and that enemy's bond is or was. Most enemies were once friends. So they could have been doing business for years. They could know bottom line is just not my business. So if something happened to a family member of mine, at 17, 18, we can kind of understand justifying a person wanting revenge, a person wanting to, jump out there and go on and crash out, especially if kids are involved or if their kids are involved. But at 40 years old, there should be no way a person is doing revenge hits and having ops. I've been trying to get this video out for y'all anyway, I've been trying to keep it going, but anyway. My man, now even this story go back to, I don't know if you guys heard of BTB Savage. This was a young man. He was a self-proclaimed scammer. And I mean, he was a scammer. He would get money through the scam game. And he was also a rapper, like most young dudes want to do. But he wasn't just a 100% knucklehead. He wasn't just a complete dummy. The man did 4 years in the military. What does that mean? Like I said, that means he wasn't a complete dummy. That means he had someone on his side. I gotta tell y'all, I got 2 police that pulled up on the end of my block, so that's why I keep watching. Gotta make sure everything. We don't normally have police over here, but he had someone in his ear letting him know good decisions, bad decisions, how to set up your future, whatever. He wasn't just, he was the normal young dude doing what the normal young dudes doing out there in Texas. So he rapping, scamming. He got, his artillery or whatnot, right? And just so happened, I guess, so he's a scammer. So someone trying to scam him. Scam him, rob him, all in the same category. They done set up to do a feature at his apartment, and he was excited about it. They came over, they get ready to do the business, and the people who come to do the feature, who come to pay for the feature, try to rob him. Situation go horribly wrong. Him and his girlfriend get to busing and they kill one of the robbers. The other 1 or 2 people ran off and left they man behind. Young man made a grave mistake of going and posting a picture of himself standing in his attacker's blood, right after the incident. And the gang that the attacker was in, they took it personally and they came and got get back, right? So this is where we at in the story. Mr. Montrell Burley is one of the guys who come to get the get back when after the man got killed at the apartment trying to rob the young boy. Montrell Burley is one of the guys who come to get the get back. He one of the gang brothers, you know, when they stood in his blood, he one of the guys decided that it can't go like this, right? So y'all saw the news clip. $1 million bond. It seems as if life has been forfeited because with the amount of evidence, this gonna be hard to beat. And then we talking about in Texas. So if you're able to do this at 40 years old in the middle of the day, well, it was about 6:00 p.m., but it's still, you know, business hours, and you're willing to do this, I think it's probably safe to say that this is who you are, and there's very little chance of rehabilitation. So what does that mean? You know. Well, we talking about you and you on here, so, you know, I mean, you were stupid enough to who made a life sentence? I mean, who on a life sentence? So, he ain't went to trial yet. That's still coming up, and we'll see what's going on. Real quick, man, while we're here doing this, because I just can't focus. And this is I'm gonna be honest, man, this is a real problem. And what I mean by that is, it's actually a good topic because, again, I told you I'm a convicted felon. I did 10 years. I've never been 100% legal. Well, I mean, I am now, but, you know, I've never been 100%, you know, like a citizen like I am now. But why I keep hesitating by saying that, because even now I'm fighting to get my rights back, specifically my gun rights, so I can protect my family. And so even situations like this, like I'm sitting here, I know for a fact, not this year, not last year, not the year before that, not today, not yesterday, I've done nothing wrong in terms of law and breaking it. Right? But even when the police pull up on my street, like I told y'all, there's 2 cars. So even when police pull up on my street, it automatically sends like my heart start beating fast, or, you know, I automatically start going through my head about what could it have, what could I have done? You know, I start going through like, could it be about that child support I ain't paid? Do they come for that? Could it be about, damn, is somebody suing me or somebody? And like I said, literally be scared, be nervous, knowing I've done nothing wrong. And what does that come from? That just come from a life of conditioning, a life of putting myself on the wrong side of the law, a life of not being in compliance and you know, not being the person doing the good thing, doing the right thing. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long it'll take before, you know, I'm not like that anymore. But I think it's sad because it's involuntary. I can't help it. Like I said, when I run through my list and say, wait a minute, I ain't done nothing wrong, they ain't here for me, then I'm able to calm down a bit and, you know, not go in that direction. But I'm talking about when I initially see them, like if I look up and 2 police are in my driveway, like I want to run. Man, I ain't lying to you, man. I want to run. You know, that just is what it is. So what I'm gonna do is, man, obviously, I can't. It ain't happening right here. I'm trying to get into it, man. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna let the block clear up. Then I'm gonna come back because I got a lot of respect for y'all, and I ain't gonna just give y'all anything. So I'll be right back. Okay, we back. Court is back in session. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, man, it's old habits, and that's why we here. We want to get away from, that kind of stuff, that kind of behavior. But I'm telling you, man, it's hard to reshape and, reform and rethink once you so far deeply embedded into that kind of lifestyle. Which brings us to the point of the day. Like I said, Mr. 40-year-old rapper, Mr. Montreal Burley, Mr. 40-year-old gang. Now, of course, like we always say, guys, this your life. You can do what you want to do. But we just left for a minute, but we is back. We back to get on your ass. And I mean, you can feel some kind of way. You can, you can get upset, but first of all, you got way bigger problems than me or anybody else talking shit about your old ass out here running hits. And second of all, you can't get to us. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. As y'all can see, y'all, I got my setting back. My wife had said I was doing too much, making too much noise. She made me go in the garage. So I was trying to make it work, man. However, whenever, I'm trying to get this business to y'all, man. It has to be said. Again, I appreciate Melissa Hill. Appreciate you showing love, family. I thank you. So any way we can, we gonna get it to you. You gotta keep everybody happy, but we back in action. So, like I said, so I want to go over some things, man, that I feel like we should and should not be doing at 30 and 40 years old. And I'm freestyling this, so I'm gonna make the list with y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna make the list together, right? 30s and 40s. So a couple of things, because y'all, I mean, dang, man, it seems like y'all don't get it. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna go with rapping. All right, we're gonna go with rapping. All right, we gotta start there, because I know that a lot of the stuff that we do is influenced by the hip hop culture. So we want to go with the rapping, right? If you not, by the time, okay, so with the rapping, we'll go for 30. I'm sorry, man. We got to go for 30. Y'all talking about 30s and 40s is the new 30s and so on and so forth, whatever. Listen, if you not solidified in at least your city by 30 years old, I mean, I think you should, and it's just my opinion, but I think you should seriously consider focusing on something else, a LLC, some kind of trade. I mean, it's still not too late to build a career at 30. You know what I mean? You can be law enforcement, you can be military. But if by 30 years old, you ain't rubbing shoulders with some of the big names in your city, as far as music go, if you ain't, if you haven't made a substantial effort and seen a substantial return that should say continue going in this direction, I think you should be rapping no more. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to manage the new talent and the newcomers. That's a great way to go. Everybody ain't meant to be a player. Some people meant to be the coach, right? So rapping, we gonna put under the 30s. We gonna put rapping under 30s, right? Okay, so here go another one. The pants sagging, ad cheek showing. Okay, that definitely the 30s. Definitely the 30s. As bad as it is, you kind of understand with the kids in high school, coming right out of high school, all the way up to the age is about 25, right? I mean, we don't like it, but we'll live with it. We'll deal with it. You know, grumble under the breath. You know, you niggas don't even be having clean draws, but you be having the ass out. So, you know, all the way up to about 27, 28, you should start seeing some kind of a change. Because again, it really should happen a lot before then. But I mean, should no one have to ask you to pull your pants up at 25, 26, 27 years old? Man, it's so disrespectful and inappropriate, right? When I got to go to the daycare to pick up my baby, and you know the young guys up there with, and it's just all dreads and draws, dreads and draws. You know, you being the father, I applaud you guys. You know, I'm proud of you. But what's wrong with growing up? What's wrong with growing up? You guys have never wore a tie, never put on a tie, don't have no church clothes, no dress clothes. But even if you ain't gonna do that, man, why not just respect yourself and your kids? Your kids. So pulling the pants up, man, the ad cheek showing, I'm gonna give that 30. I'm gonna give that 30, man. You know what? You know, you just shouldn't be. You shouldn't be there. And if you 40 years old and still sagging pants, if you don't wear a belt, and if you don't, you know, at 40 years old, man, you just go on get out the way. Go on get out the way. Don't do nothing to yourself now. Just go on get out the way. So sagging, we gonna put under the 30s. All right. Right now we got rapping and sagging. What else? The tattoos. Like me, I got a lot of tattoos, but here it is. I'm sitting here talking to y'all like I could go to a job interview and still be considered. You know, I would have to come up there on my off day or with a tank top on or with a short sleeve on for a person to see that I have, you know, a lot of tattoos. Man, you know, I got one on my neck and I regret that. It's something light, ain't nothing major, and I regret that. But you guys got tattoos all over your face. It's like you niggas can't grow no hair, so y'all tattoo where the hair's supposed to be, you know, and you can see it's like wishing you guys had hair right there. I done seen y'all nigga tattoo man, I remember when Lil Wayne first did that, tattooed his face, and you know, my whole generation thought that was a little weird and kind of white boyish now. You know, it was kind of a white boy kind of thing. But man, you know, and we understand the wave come, it hit hard, and okay, cool. But you should not be getting tattoos in your face at, you know, at any age. I'm gonna put it like that. And then I can't even, you know, I can't even put that under no age because you can't take the shit off. You can't take it off. Imagine being a granddaddy. I mean, it's basically saying you got to stay the same way your whole life until you die. And I know that some people say that. Some people say, I'm going to stay the same. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be real till I die. But don't you understand that that's such a limited and stupid way to live, because you don't even give yourself the opportunity to do anything else. You don't want to shape, grow, molt into something else. You know, you just want to be the same. Don't you see how that's a complete waste of time? If you've never been able to leave your city, you know, I would say, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody's not, my father has never left Atlanta. I think he went to North or South Carolina one time, you know, but I mean, he's been in Atlanta 60 something years. That's, you know, that ain't no living. That ain't no living, man. So being able to grow, being able to look back on some things and say, damn, I was kind of jaded back then, or Even somebody say, yeah, man, I remember such and such, he used to do this and used to be wild, and people be like, nah, not him. All that, man. All that. You get to help somebody, change some. Well, anyway, with these tattoos on your face, man, you basically saying you're gonna be a young dumbass nigga your whole life. Whole life. Right? So I'm gonna leave that one off the 30s and the 40s, because there's no good for that period. Okay. So we got the rapping and the sagging. Let me see. We got the rapping, the sagging, the tattoos on the face. What else y'all old nigga be doing that really be kind of, y'all be on some arrested development type stuff. Don't wanna keep going. I think by 30 years old, every young man, it should be mandatory. Every young man should be done started and made some kind of profit. Something slight. We'll say $100. You got to be done, documented, started, and made $100 from your LLC by 30. You can work and all that, but at some point you got to learn how to get out there on your own and change and grow and do something and learn how to be a asset to society instead of a part of it. Just at least just getting from it. See how you can give back to your community. I think it should be mandatory. You know what I mean? It should start around 25. That way, by the time you've done 35, you got some kind of small business. You understand some kind of way how things work. I guarantee, people will start changing up the way they do. Oh, I just thought of one. I was finna say, derbies. That's a real important one. Derbies. I know that don't seem. I can maybe go with your outfit, your dress, because the derby, and what I'm thinking about is derbies and chains. Okay, I got the big chain. I got, you know what I mean? It's chain. It's the biggest chain I ever had, and it costs right under $5,000. I paid like $4,700 just for the charm alone. That wouldn't include the chain. So it's white gold, decent piece. I don't feel like going up to get it, but I'll show you guys. But guess what? I probably haven't wore it in 2 years. And the last time I wore it to an event, and I had my son there with me, but everybody there was just grown. They just grown people, and when I'm the one in the crowd looking like the 40-year-old rapper with this big ass white gold chain, it made me feel so out of place. I took it off and let my son wear it. I mean, guess what? He fit right in. 14 years old, he put the chain on. It looked like that's where it belonged. Not on me. I'm be honest, and I haven't put it on since that day. I'm gonna keep it. It's sentimental, but now I can see the waste of time and money it was. You know what I mean? And that don't even mean that I won't get more jewelry. But certain things, man, you guys trying to stay in the arrested development, like with the derbies. If it's a Sunday and you going to the game, or a wind down day at the park or something like that, okay, cool, I can understand that. But at 40 years old, a derby shouldn't be a part of your permanent attire when you're getting ready to go anywhere. Even if you're going out with a young lady on a date, or if you going out to have normal fun. You ain't gotta go old, man. You ain't gotta have on a Kango, but you're gonna have to some kind of respectable headwear to where people automatically call you sir. People automatically give you a certain amount of respect. They call you OG. They'll get out your way, and they feel like whatever you got going on is important, and listen, man. I encourage anybody to try it. Just change. Just try to change. Do something different. Put on the tie. Put on the dress shirt. Right? And go out into the world and see how the world perceives you and the respect that you get. I guarantee you will like it to the point where you'll say, man, I got to do this more often. I got to do this more often. Right? So there's some good ones. And I even be lenient with that one, in the 30s, because now, the rap game kind of funny. Even the late 20s and the early 30s, you may still have a shot. So I'm going to put the chains and the derbies, the cosmetic gear under the 40s. Right? So it's things like that, man. Things like that. As we keep going, we'll label some more, but we'll go on and move on. Stuff like that, man. When you 30 years old, 40 years old, you know how aggravating it is to talk to one of you old niggas and you still talking like, let me tell you something. I seen a guy my age. I know, matter of fact, he older than me. We get to talking, and I mean, nothing deep, nothing, just some real light, some real casual, like, yeah, bro, what's going on? How you doing? Shit, ain't nothing out here chasing that money, young. And it made me look like Munyon. I mean, I know what it mean, but I had a little young dude saw me at the ATM. He was playing with the ATM and I was in line behind him. He looked behind me and saw me and said, yeah, you want to get some of that Munyon? So I know what he talking about. I know he do the little bank transfer scam and all this and all that. But guess what? He's a young dude. I understand that for him. But could you imagine like my wife or one of my peers talking about, yeah, man, I'm out here chasing the Munyon. I mean, listen, you got that. Just in my opinion, that's trying real hard to be young. Man, get out the way. Let them young nigga have it. Sit your old ass down somewhere, dad. You know what I mean? Go get you a tie. Like me, I'm telling you now, I don't want no confrontation. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue, wrestle. None of that. Soon as I cut this thing off, I'm driving right up here to get this baby from this daycare. I don't want no problems. None. And y'all niggas out here want to run with these young boys. Man, let me tell you something. I always tell y'all my son 14. Man, the last time I got to punching and beating on him and playing with him, I ain't tell him, boy, rock solid. He rock solid. Probably don't even work out. Just puberty and age coming. Man, that's something going rock solid. Even though if it had to come down to something serious, we got to do what we got to do. But honestly, I regret it. I know how I was at 14 and 15, So at the end of that tussle, I might be the one hurt. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Young boy, whoop your ass, man. Keep on now. Keep on. But yeah, man, anyway, so we got Mr. Burry. I don't know what to tell you, my boy. They got a gang of evidence against you. I don't know if you're gonna be able to fight your way up out of that one. Then you went and turned yourself in. So I really think, I really think you got a rocky road ahead of you, man. And then you in Texas, I know they when they come to that criminal law, man, Texas don't want to let y'all nigga go. So, but I'm sure you know this because I don't live in Texas and I know this. So I'm sure you know this. You dedicated yourself for a nigga went on a you know what? But that was your blutter. That's your blutter. So that's your life and your choice. All right, man. I ain't got much of a story today. I do remember now. I can't remember this because Mr. Burley went and turned himself in. He turned himself in to the court, facing them charges, and at first they denied him bond, and then a couple, I guess a hearing or two later, they gave him $1 million bond. I don't know if he's out yet. 10%, he got to put up $100,000. I don't know. I'll try to do some more research and see what's going on, but I don't know if he's in or out, but that's what he's got facing now. I'm gonna tell you something, man. How many of y'all done never turn yourself in? If you done never turn yourself in, throw a 1 in the chat. Man, when I tell you, this is some nerve-wracking mess. Turning yourself in, right? So at the height of, well, wasn't at the height. It was probably when me and my brother started winding down on our criminal. Matter of fact, it was at the end. It was at the end of our criminal run. We were pretty much done. My brother went on lick, and for some reason we weren't speaking at the time. Brother went on lick. He went on lick with one of my partners, our partner, and these niggas get jammed up. I can't remember if both of them jammed up or got one, or one of them got jammed up, but bruh got jammed up. Bruh didn't come home that night. And, we were out in the street struggling, doing what we got to do. And the crazy thing is, bruh went on and he was in there. So anything that he had on him, warrants, probation, whatever, it was about to be taken care of and done for. Me, I still had warrants in numerous counties. I had warrants in Clayton County, Lake City for like something about some stolen batteries, and I had warrants in DeKalb County Jail for skipping bond. My uncle bonded me out, and I ain't go back because I didn't feel like going to jail at the time, so I had a warrant for that. I had a warrant in Fulton County for some other bullshit that I forgot about. But I had warrants in all 3 counties. And let me tell you something. That is such a hectic life to live, because like every time you get in the car, every time you get in somebody's, if I get in the passenger side of the car, not to mention I'm towing tools at the time. So anytime I get in the passenger side of the car, we finna ride somewhere, run to the store, run up the street. Even if they not right and they about to get pulled over or whatever, as soon as they get pulled over, I don't even give an opportunity for, police to ask the first question or even come to ask for both of our ID. I'm gone. As soon as they pull over, I'm out of there. Boom. I'm talking about, I just don't give the opportunity to be caught. And say like if I'm riding with a normal person or a legit person, soon as we get pulled over, I hop out and haul ass like a man, on like American Most Wanted. Police might call me, might not, and then when I talk to them later, they think I done something that I really ain't did, but I gotta explain. I got warrants in 2-3 counties and open cases and whatever. So that's just what happened if I get in the passenger seat. If I'm driving, I definitely can't afford to get pulled over. So the police get behind me, I'm out of there. First chance I can get to swerve, I'm jumping out in somebody's backyard, cutting a couple of gates, and I'm gone. And this how you live on the run. Absolutely can't show no ID. When anybody asks, the police come, they just checking ID. I can't do that. Anytime I see a roadblock, I can't go through roadblocks. It's real hectic. If police come and like one time standing out in Boulder Crest, police just came, pulled up and start checking IDs. I had to run, had to get the hell on. Police chased us. So this how it is on the run. And I was actually jealous that my brother had been caught and was going to go face all his nonsense. Because once you get locked up, they're not going to let you go until you situate everything attached to your name. So I was jealous. My brother had been locked up about 2 or 3 months, and I knew that by the time that he came out, he wasn't gonna have to run no more. He wasn't gonna have to, he can go get his license, go get a job. Because both of us was pretty much ready to go legit, but we couldn't because, names. Man, it made me so jealous. It made me so, the feeling was on me so bad that he was going to come out and be legit, and I was still going to be doing the same thing, running and ducking and hiding and not being able to be a man, that I considered turning myself in. So I played around, thought around with the idea for a minute, and I couldn't really take it serious because, if you ever done that, that's serious. So, again, hard living. I get kicked out of the apartment that we had been in. It was a murder had happened in that apartment. I think I done told y'all that story, but end up losing the apartment, and I went to my baby mama's house, and she was living with her friend, and these some young girls, and they doing what they doing. She just my baby mama. We ain't together, so I remember some dude pulled up. I know we were cool and we weren't in love or nothing, but I thought it was a certain respect level. But some guy pulled up, and she went outside and sat in the nigga front seat and talked to him. I'm in the house with the kids. Probably been out there 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know how it going. Might be smoking, might be doing whatever, but it's gonna lead to some fucking. You know what I mean? So just the whole idea or notion, just to know that, whether we together or not, for you to go outside and continue this, it just means you ain't got no respect for me. Cause I had spent the night over there 2 or 3 nights. I was on my ass. I was on my dick. So basically, if you got something going on and it ain't serious, then you should have told that nigga hey man, my baby dad over here, let's catch up tomorrow. He ain't gonna be here long. Yeah, catch up tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just out of little respect. Nigga ain't getting no respect. I ain't tripping. But that was actually the night I turned myself in. Lost the apartment, doing it. Brother done got locked up. I went to this girl's house, and I see that I have absolutely no respect. And I left. I packed up. I ain't have nothing, man. I packed up what I had. I think I had a book bag full of clothes and a flat screen TV. I let my partner Rick have the TV. Nigga ain't never get my TV back, man. You really took that, Rick. I'm telling you, bro. You really took that. It's all good. But let my TV. Let Rick have my TV, and man, all I had was some jewelry. I had on 2 chains, Ed Hardy watch, some bullshit ass rings, and I went and turned myself in. I left her house. I told her I was going to turn myself in, and I wanted her to know that it was because of what had just happened. I'm damn now walking out like a sad puppy. I'm really heartbroken, but it's really at myself. I'm so disappointed in myself. I ain't got shit going, no job. This girl don't respect me. I ain't on nothing, right? I really would do. Remember at the beginning of the video, I told y'all, nigga, y'all need to go and get out the way. I went and got out the way. Right? So, as I'm walking out, I'm walking around the block or whatever, I leave her, let her know. She keep asking me where I'm going, acting concerned. Maybe she was, but whatever. I keep saying I don't know, but I'm gone. I called my little brother, my baby brother, to come and give me a ride to the jail. And when I called him, I was serious. So, he shook a move, whatever he was doing. He might have even stopped whatever he was doing, because I told him, look, man, I need to ride to the jail. It's important. You know what I mean? He why? And I'm telling him, man, I'm finna turn myself in. You know what I mean? So, he probably stopped what he was doing, and he pulled up with his girl. You know what I mean? His girl at the time. So I know that, well, for me to just mean that, I can't change my mind. I gotta go on with it, because other people sacrificing now. I done stopped these folk night and all this, right? Man, we smoked by 3 blunts on the way from Campbellton Road, from Cascade all the way to Clayton Cove, Terry Boulevard. smoke by 3 blunts, right? I'm getting high here, I'm smoking, but I'm really, the further we get, my heart done start beating fast, and I'm trying to smoke, but I'm thinking, and I'm depressed and all that. So, mess around, and man, I got out the van. I told my brother bye. I told his girl bye. You know what I mean? It was at that point where like I almost done started crying, right? It was kind of emotional. I didn't almost start crying. I get out the van, I'm thinking they gonna watch me walk up there. I get to walking up that sidewalk. Y'all know that sidewalk on the side lead to that door. I get to walking up there. I grab the door. When I grab the door, it like damn near like electric shock went through me. I'm like, damn, I changed my mind. Man, I turned around and looked back like this. I was gonna turn around and go back. I seen my brother's truck pulling out the parkway. Pulling out the parking lot. So I really just didn't. I know if and he was right there. But if I called him on the phone and be like, hold on, bro. It just, I was just I'm already looking bad as hell, and I'm telling them what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna look like a real old bitch ass nigga, right? Cause I'm like, and it's like, bro, you playing with her. Not only that, but I can't call no more and be like, bro, take me up here. Cause he gonna be like, bro, hell no, you playing. So I seen bro leave, and I started calling him. I'm like, no. Damn. Man, I pull the door, I go in. Y'all know be that lady right there at the desk. And I'm just standing at the desk, right? I'm standing at the desk like this. And she was like, can I help you? And I was like, yes, ma'am. And she was like, what can I do for you? And I was like, yeah. And I tried to say something, and my voice started cracking up. You know the voice when you're getting ready to cry. My voice started cracking up, right? And she was like, huh? I was like, ah. She was like, you okay? I said, y'all been looking for me. She was like, what? I'm trying to say it, but it won't come out. It's like when I say it, I lose air. I'm like, y'all been, whatever. I know that she couldn't understand. Like, we went through that 2 or 3 times. So the 3rd time, I just pulled out my wallet. I took out my ID, my driver license, and I give it to her. She took my ID. I put my head back down. I'm like this. I hear the clacking on the computer down there. While I'm like this, I hear her say, oh. So I know what's going on. You know what I mean? She like, all right, Mr. Morrison. Well, I do appreciate you coming. Just have a seat right there, and, somebody be up momentarily. I said, cool. Them same little chairs right there. Ain't no handcuffs. Ain't no this, ain't no that. Them same little chairs you wait, like in the visiting area. I waited right there. Maybe a minute or 2 later, 5 minutes, whatever, 2 officers came out. She gave them my ID. They looked at me, looked at the charges, picked me up, turned me around, put my hand behind my back, walked me around the intake, took everything out of my pocket. And so that when my journey started, man, when I got all them warrants off me, and I've been clean since then. You know what I mean? I've been clean since then. So that's why I'm saying, for this dude to go and turn himself in on murder charges, y'all don't think listen, that's pressure. Most of y'all think life is a movie, and if I got in trouble, I just go to Mexico and did this and that and that. Listen, man, you ain't never been in a position where you had nowhere to run, nowhere else to go, just feeling hopeless. It literally will make you turn yourself in. It'll make you, because you want to know what's next. You can't build nothing because it's always in the back of your mind, like any day, man, one slip up and I'm done. You know what I mean? They're going to get me. I've been working on this for 2 years and it's over with. It's just hard to do anything, hard to start anything. You just know your world is over. So I can imagine what he was, going through when he went and turned himself in, man. So that was the story I got for today, man. I don't know how they gonna do you, Mr. Burley, but it looked like you done chose to give your life to the state of Texas, and here on Who Want a Life Sentence, you are a prime candidate, my boy. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Anybody who donated, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And y'all tune in because I'm going to drop this other one. I got to go get this baby. We're going to tune in. We're going to drop the other one about this crazy ass white boy. He think he John Wick. We finna see what the movie done got his ass. Love.